This is the Mohsin Mortgage Program with Sarah Mohsin. Mohsin Mortgage is licensed in several states for residential and commercial purchases and refinancing. Call 800-662-9550. And now, here's your host, Sarah Mohsin.
It's great to be back here again, the Mohsin Weekend Edition, Pittsburgh. I wanted to wish everybody a wonderful marathon, Dick's Marathon. We are full supporters of the marathon, half full. It's a great event, and certainly to my coach, Sarah Warner, for helping me along the way for the half marathon, as well as the CEO, Ed, for Dick's Marathon. So now we have Lenny Pruitt from Docs, and I'm really grateful, Lenny. You're very busy, and took time out of your hectic schedule to come on air to share a little bit about Docs. So the time is yours. Please share.
Okay. Well, thanks for having me, first of all. And just to kind of explain, DOCS is an acronym, DOCS. It stands for the Downtown Outreach Center and Shelter, which is the program that I manage and oversee. We are a part of a larger agency called Family Links. And what we do in our facility is provide emergency shelter, transitional housing, and street outreach to the homeless population within that 18 to 24 year age range. Well, I've been doing it for about 20 years. With the agency for over 30 years. I've been with this program for over 20 years, serving this 18 to 24-year-old population of homeless individuals within Allegheny County and beyond. The kids come to us basically, primarily all of them they come from different backgrounds. They come from different parts of the area. They have different situations and scenarios, but what brings them all to us is the fact that they do not have a stable or permanent living arrangement, and some are even actually living on the street. So first and foremost, what we provide for them coming to our door is a place to lay their head, and a place to get a meal, and a place to get basic needs met. That may also include things like clothing, things like seeing a nurse and getting medical services, things like getting referrals to other services that they may need. Our capacity in our emergency shelter is 18, so we have 9 beds for males and 9 for females. We are obviously sensitive to the LGBTQ population, so we accommodate transgender folks as well. We do run pretty much close to capacity, and sometimes we go over. I think going into this actual weekend, we'll be right at capacity or close to being full. So we do on the phone triages for anyone who's interested in coming in the shelter. Because the population is so transient, we have some people who will stay there for a period of months based on their need, and other people only need a night or two. So the numbers, right. the kids move through in a flow kind of, sort of. What keeps kids there a little bit longer is that they are working on certain aspects of education or employment or waiting for housing. And, we don't put kids on the street because they've gone past our time, which is max 60 days. But the county actually says we are a 30-day program, but, we do extensions for people that may have them there for several months beyond 30 days.
Right.
But the idea is to make sure that we're not putting kids back on the street, and that they have a place to move on to that is a longer-term living arrangement.
Is there a number, or a way to reach for kids or anyone who wanted to use the facility?
Yes.
Okay.
Our number to reach us is 412-924-0500. Mm-hmm. We work hand in hand with the county. The Allegheny County Department of Human Services. They provide support to referrals for us through what they call Allegheny Link. Allegheny Link's number, in case people are interested, that's the county's connection to homelessness, is 1-866-730-2368. So that's the process by which people come in. They give us a call. They may show up at our door, depending upon bed space and their ability to identify that they are in fact truly homeless. They can come in that way as well. We get referrals for kids from schools, from libraries, from the police, from mental health hospitals and institutions, from family members, and from individuals themselves. That's not all of the referrals, but that's mostly where our referrals come from. Like I said, kids can stay in our facility. By our agreement with the county, it's a 30-day stay, but it can be longer than that depending upon need. Mm-hmm. The other service that we provide in the program is our transitional living program, which is right upstairs on our second floor. Transitional living program is a federally funded program that provides for 8 residents, and they are able to stay in that program for up to 635 days, which amounts to about 21 months, and that time does not have to be consecutive, as long as they meet the age requirement. A little different from shelter, because it's a federal program. The folks in that program can only be admitted if they are between the ages of 18 and 21. So one of the issues that we fight with at the federal level is trying to get that age limit expanded to match the county's 18 to 24 age range. One of the things that we like to see people in the transitional living program do is to either be in school or working or actively looking for work. That's the basic criterion to be considered for that program. By giving kids that additional time, that 21 months, they can become, stabilized better. They can save money. They can maintain employment and schooling without having to worry about where they're going to sleep and where they're going to be. So it helps them in a lot of ways to become more stable and more prepared for the next longer term movement. Like I said, that capacity in that program is for 8. And like I said, we have 18 beds in the shelter, so that's 26 beds within the facility. So it can be hectic at times with 26 young people in the building. But it's good. It's healthy because it's a supportive environment, and it's a caring environment for the kids. And we try to do a lot of activities to be supportive of them as they go through this transition. We look at the 18 to 24-year-old age range as a period of transition because it gives kids opportunity coming in off the street to take advantage of the services that are provided. Sometimes those kids will leave our facility thinking they're ready for independence and moving on, and things happen and they don't pan out. Well, if you're still within that age range, you can come back. Being that we are dealing with you in a transition, mistakes can be made, but you can come back and get yourself back together through our support. So the third component to our services is our street outreach component, where we have a team of folks who are out on the street, meeting kids where they are, establishing relationships, getting connected to them, providing for immediate needs, which may be food at that point, water at that point, medical kits, sleeping bags, book bags, things like that. Those things we give them the kids in a twofold way. Number one, it's helping them with an immediate need. Number two, it helps us to establish relationships with them, because most kids on the street just don't talk to anybody and begin to start telling them what their situation is or what they may be needing, aside from the surface immediate needs. So that program is connected to the other street outreach components throughout the county. But again, with that program, we're targeting a specific age population. We get referrals even in that program from other outreach providers in the county who work with older folks. So we can respond in that way when we get phone calls from other folks where they know where young kids are or young adults that may need our services.
Lenny, I just have to say, this is a great program.
Thank you.
Hands-on been able to see the facility, and the kids are amazing. They've been given now just a foundation. Really, it's just allowing them that foundation to be able to reach those goals. You're at a young age bracket. It's 18 onwards to 24?
18 to 24. And
both the 60-day program or even the one that is a little bit longer, 2 to 3 years, I've been very blessed because I got a chance to spend time
Mm-hmm.
with the kids, and they're pretty grown up. I wouldn't say kids, and I learned a
That's
great
a habit I have. I call them kids.
I know, me too.
They're
I
young
do
adults.
too.
Yeah.
But young adults. They're kids, but they're grown ups. I mean, they're wise and
Mm-hmm.
they are smart and they have goals, and that's important. It's just having that foundation. Sometimes things can be complicated. Home life can be complicated, right? And there can be all kinds of factors that can limit that child from growing and reaching those goals. So I wanted for you to come, Lenny, because I know your heart's there and you work away. You're very busy. So I'm very, very grateful because you are really passionate about it. And you're behind the scenes, but you're hands-on and busy with these kids, these young people who have now some hope.
Yes.
Right?
It's hard not to appreciate what these kids are going through. If you think about it, think about when you were 18 or 19 years old and all the support that you had to move on and you could plan out your life. Well, think about trying to do that without having a place to live or not having any strong support from family. It would be kind of difficult at 18, 19, 20 years old. So we're trying to fill a gap. Right,
and it's an important gap because there's the prevention. It's remarkable in a sense that that age bracket it's life-changing if you are given the tools, the guidance, not judgment, just direction, education, being able to complete your GED, having job opportunities. I mean, some of the success stories I've heard from the folks there at Docs, remarkable.
It's kind of an eye-opening thing when you look at, when people, again, they hear homelessness, they think that the kids are not motivated or productive. But we've had college students in shelter. The only issue was they didn't have a place to live.
Right.
So we provided for them. And they've graduated and gone on and had, are having successful lives because of it. Sometimes just not having a place to live impacts so many other aspects of your life.
Absolutely. I mean, you don't have a mailing address if you want to look for a job. You don't have a home base. I mean, if you don't have a home base and you don't have a support system, a coach, someone who's on cheering you, but also making sure guiding you in that direction, you have the resources. It's not just a place to stay. It's a place to learn and grow. The kids, young people get along very well at Docs. And they're getting education. They're getting the tools. I mean, maybe they don't have their driver's license. Maybe they don't have GED. They have a bus pass to go for interviews. But to be settled, to have a base. And, I love kids. We over and over again, this is important. At that age bracket, there's hope. And what you bring is hope.
Absolutely.
And you do it, tirelessly, Lenny. So I'm really glad because I know we were trying to get you in here and you're just really busy. You're focused on giving back and being there with Docs. It's a wonderful program, one that I recommend highly. If you can, just give them the phone number and the website, whichever way, so that if there is a need, people can call, find out.
To reach us directly, you can call 412-924-0500. You'll be speaking directly either to me or to one of my staff people that can explain all aspects of the program. And if you have this specific need, we'll take information from you and then try to get you into the facility as soon as possible. Sometimes that can be immediate, sometimes it's a couple of days, but our priority is to bring people in that absolutely need the service.
And with that, folks, thank you, Lenny, for coming by. Lenny Pruitt's from Docs. And again, folks, stay well.
This has been the Mohsin Mortgage Program with Sarah Mohsin. Mohsin Mortgage is licensed in several states for residential and commercial purchases and refinancing. Call 800-662-9550.